I do not like hospitals. They always smell of bleach, as if too eager to clean themselves of the reputation of being crime scenes, as if too eager to hide the stench of dying and dead things. There is a bloody conspiracy and hospital shits are just cover up. You see, my father was a doctor. Nah, not professionally. But he generously offered his expertise, handed me the diagnosis. I didn't have the time to think of the medical expenses before he began to give me the silent treatment. Daddy said I was ill. Well, not really. He didn't speak to me. This procedure was too delicate for words. So at first, his eyes did the talking, the cutting, made lacerations all over my being that left me bleeding. I still wonder how long it would take before I heal. But every doctor knows to keep the theater clean. So my father disinfected what was left of our rotten relationship till home began to smell like bleach. I do not like hospitals. They remind me of slave camps, always poking and prodding in search of my flaws. They call it medical checkups. I call it slave inspections. They say, open your mouth. I say, ah. They say, no. Your opinions don't count. We just want to feed you pills or lies, depending on what the situation requires. When they say stay still, I comply, hoping that everything looks the way the doctor likes. You see, my lover was a dietitian. Nah, not professionally. But he meticulously monitored everything that I ate, religiously counting calories even when I couldn't count on him. He starved me of attention and carbs until I became lean while he enjoyed his cheat meals. Our conversations felt like sessions in a gym. I was constantly walking the thin line. I was carefully treadmilling. My salvation took a backseat while I tried to work out things with him, but things became too complex for a man with a savior complex. I guess I failed miserably. You see, my love could not handle my love handle, so he began to give me the silent treatment. He said I was ill. Well, not really. He didn't speak to me. This procedure was too delicate for words. So at first, his back did the talking. The cutting made lacerations all over my being that left me bleeding. I still wonder how long it would take before I heal. He put on an air of indifference as he stripped me of my self-esteem. But every doctor knows to keep the theater clean. So my lover disinfected what was left of our rotten relationship till love began to smell like bleach. I do not like hospitals. Everyone has a mask on. There's always something to hide. They call it precautionary measures, as if vaccines didn't cause men to drop dead like flies. Vulnerability is treated like a viral disease. Nobody cares to know more about you or your past. Just present your medical history. The irony. But you see, my friend was a cardiologist. Nah, not professionally. But he knew his way around arteries, got under my skin, entered my system intravenously. Everybody knows the matters of the heart are delicate, so I tried to stay still. I said, please, I have had this procedure done repeatedly. Can you skip the surgical processes and just focus on healing me? But he gave me the silent treatment. My friend said I was ill. Well, not really. He didn't speak to me. This procedure was too delicate for words. So at first, his absence did the talking, the cutting, made lacerations all over my being that left me bleeding. I still wonder how long it would take before I heal. See, I have had too many ruptures from all of the loss torn out of my heart. They say a stitch in time saves nine, but no one talks about the scars that are left behind. See, every doctor knows to keep the theater clean. I guess it makes sense that he wore scrubs to wash himself clean of my sins. So my friend disinfected what was left of our relationship till I began to smell like bleach. I do not like hospitals, but I seem to seek asylum in asylums. History has taught me that there is an Arkham in every man, that I could go out in search of Batman needing to be saved and end up as the joke. Humor is how I cope. I no longer seek medical attention. These days, I self-medicate on self-hate. I premeditate, sit in my own silence. I learned the hard way that it is easier to self-harm than let another slice me open. So I burn bandages even before I bleed and bridges before they are built. See, every doctor knows to keep the theater clean. So I disinfect everything that looks like a relationship. So all that I smell is bleach. Thank you.